You've got to do something, Slack. Johnny Travers has got the ranchers all stirred up.
That young squirt.
Don't worry about him.
Just the same, he started plenty of trouble for us.
Trouble?
I found out he sent for Hopalong Cassidy.
Hopalong Cassidy, huh? When's he due to arrive?
Johnny says he'll be in today. I think I passed him on my way in from the ranch. What are you going to do?
Listen, Bart. I've got a plan.
She ain't much of a town, Hoppy.
No, I have seen better. All right, mister? Yeah. Only knocked the breath out of me.
You're very fortunate.
Thanks to this. May I see them? You must have been born under a lucky star.
Huh, I'll say.
Yeah. I'm Dan Sly. Thanks for coming to my help.
That's all right. I'm Hopalong Cassidy. This is California Carlson.
Daddy.
Howdy, Mr. Carlson, Mr. Cassidy. It's all right, men. Go on about your business. I'm all right. Thank you. I'd like to get my hands on the man that fired this shot.
Have you any idea who did it?
Well, yes. The fact is, I've been having some trouble with the ranchers hereabouts. You see, I've got a little mine up there in the hills, the Buckskin Mine.
Buckskin Mine?
Yeah. I need water from White Creek. The rancher's been trying to stop me.
Yeah? What have they been doing, mister?
Just about everything they could to stop me operating and making shipments. My water connections. Tried to tear up the track from here to the main line, and now this.
Like you more than got your hands full.
Yes, I have. By any chance, you men looking for work?
Well,
No, not exactly.
no.
That's too bad.
What'd you have in mind?
Well, I could use a couple of men like you and your friend to guard the railroad tracks.
No, we're not looking for work. But if we do decide to stay around here, we'll keep you in mind.
Yes, do that.
Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
So long, mister.
Mr. Carlson?
Seems a right nice sort of feller.
Yeah, but did you notice anything funny about that bullet?
No, can't say as it did. It was a 44 slug.
That's right. But the lead was cold.
Yeah, so it was. Never knowed a piece of lead to cool off that quick after it was fired.
Well, it wasn't fired. Mr. Dan Slack planted that in his pocket.
What in tarnation for?
I don't know. That's what we're going to find out.
Hoppy, California.
Hi, Johnny.
It's sure good to see you.
How are you?
California.
Hi, Johnny.
How's everything at the Bar 20?
Oh, fine. But what's happened out here? Why'd you send for us?
Rustlers, Hoppy.
Rustlers.
The way our cattle are being rustled, there won't be a rancher in this section that can stay out of bankruptcy.
Have you tried trailing them?
The trail always leads to the hills, then disappears. Oh, there's something else, too. The rustlers always seem to know what we're going to do.
What do you mean?
Well, we'll stake out in one range, and they'll make off with cattle from another one.
Wait a minute. Did you tell the other ranchers we were coming here?
Yes, and they're sure looking forward to meeting you.
I'm sure looking forward to meeting them, too.
Well, we'll have a powwow this afternoon, and we'll go in and see them tomorrow.
Good.
Hello, partner.
Howdy, Bobby. How's hunting?
Fair to middlin'.
Well, you look right smart there. Hoppy, this is my girl's brother, Bobby Longstreet. Bobby, this is Hopalong Cassidy.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Did you say Hopalong Cassidy?
That's right.
Gosh. I'm glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Cassidy. Heard a lot about you.
Is that right? Oh, this is my friend California Carlson, Bobby.
Known from coast to coast.
Never heard of you.
You never heard of me? Hoppy Saddle Partner? Young fella, I'll have you know I'm one of the smartest men. I'll show you how smart I am. Now, here's a little trick I sent to Denver first. It was in a catalog. 52 cards. Slick, huh? Now I'll take 6 of them. Just a minute now. There, I got them.
That didn't work so well, did it?
This? Well, that part don't matter much. 6 cards. Now, here. Oh! Now, 3 backs and 3 faces. Now, keep your eye on them. Presto, presto. The faces have all turned to backs.
Nothing to that. 3 of the cards have backs on both sides.
That's right.
You think that's good? I got one for you.
Yeah?
Sent all the way to Chicago for it. Got a coin?
A coin, huh? Well, I reckon there's a... Yeah, there's one.
Remember the date.
I got it.
It's a box. You can't open one without taking off the strings.
Uh-huh. So what?
Open it.
Open up the... Another box, huh?
Open it.
Now, what's...
Open the bag.
The bag, huh? What in... How do you... Coin.
Same coin?
Sure is. Well, bust my galler. Well, say, how does this thing work, huh?
I'll just leave it with you to figure out. Well, guess I'll be moseying along, gent. Glad to see you around these two parts, Mr. Cassidy.
Thanks.
Hope we can get together. Wow!
Hello, and keep your powder dry.
Say, he's a smart young bucko.
Still never heard of you.
He's still a smart young bucko.
Explain the whole situation to Hoppy. I think we should leave it up to him as to what we do.
Just a minute, Johnny. Before you go any further, I'd like to ask a question.
Sure, Hoppy, go ahead.
If I get rid of these rustlers for your association, what's in it for me?
Well, I never heard you talk about getting money for helping out your friends.
Well, you're hearing it now. I didn't come all the way here from Arizona for my health.
If that's the way you feel about it, Lee, your health will be better if you go back to Arizona.
Wait a minute. Hoppy, you're not serious, are you?
Never more serious in my life. We were made an offer by a man named Slack.
What kind of offer did he make you?
Wants us to guard the railroad. Said he'd been having trouble with you ranchers.
Mr. Slack has nothing to do with the railroad. It belongs to me.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, you mean to say you take that horn-toad's part against us?
I didn't say anything about taking anybody's part. I said he offered us a job. As far as I can see, you're not giving me any reason for turning it down.
So this is your friend you've been boasting about.
I guess I made a mistake. Maybe you better take that job, Hoppy.
Maybe I'd better. Come on, California.
I sure made a mess of things.
All right, Johnny. We'll work it out some other way. Oh, I'm sorry I lost my temper.
Well, that's all right.
Hey, Hoppy,
Yeah?
have you got him loco?
Why, I don't think so. Why?
Over there. Didn't you?
One of those ranchers is working with the rustlers. We gotta find out who it is.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with us going to work for Slack?
I've got an idea that Slack knows what this is all about.
Oh, then what you were saying.
Oh, that's just a fool, whoever it is that's working with the rustlers.
Ah, now I get it. Wait till we tell Johnny.
But we're not going to tell Johnny. When we find out who's back of this, he's got to be kept in the dark.
Oh, I sure hate to make Johnny think we're letting him down.
We're not going to let him down. We come here to help him, Jim.
Oh, sure.
This looks like the only way we can do it. Now, quit worrying about it.
Bart says he walked out on them clean. Looks like he ain't so smart after all, Mr. Slack. Played right into your hands.
Maybe he's not so smart, and again, maybe he is.
What do you mean?
I was just wondering. Is he playing into my hands, or is he trying to get me to play into his? Get going. Here they come. Howdy, Mr. Slack. Oh, howdy. That job you offered us still open?
Sure is. You mean you
Changed your mind? That's right.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Now, just what did you want us to do?
Well, first we better go over to the railroad office. The railroad still owns the tracks.
Oh, they do?
Say, do you mind if I say you hit me sarsaparilla? I'm
Drinking again, huh? Take it easy.
I wish I could give you a better report on the financial condition of your railroad, Sharon, but the books.
You're a fine attorney. Why, I thought you'd be able to turn all the red figures into black.
I'd like to, but I'm just not that much of a magician.
Leif?
Howdy, Mr. Slack.
Howdy, Sharon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Slack.
Well, I've hired a couple of men to guard the railroad tracks.
Why, I can't afford any guards.
You don't have to pay them, my dear. I'm footing the bills. This is one of the men I've hired, Mr. Hopalong Cassidy.
Well, as long as you're going to pay for the guards, there's no reason why I should object.
Well, I guess that's settled, Mr. Cassidy. Yes. Any packages arrived for me today, lady?
Yes, out in the freight room.
All right, I'll see you later at the office, Mr. Clyde. By the way, have you any idea who's been trying to wreck your railroad?
Why don't you ask your boss, Dan Slack?
What do you mean?
It's no secret. He's been trying to get control of the railroad.
Well, if that's true, why should he try to wreck it?
Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? If he can prevent Sharon from operating, she'll go into bankruptcy. Then he'll take over.
I don't think you ought to say those things, Harrison. After all, you don't have any proof.
No, and I haven't any proof that Slack was responsible for your father's being killed. I don't have any doubts about that either.
Please, Harrison.
I'm sorry you don't want to cooperate, but I suppose you have your reasons. Hello, partner.
Cassidy, is this true what I heard about you going to work for Dan Slack?
Well, yes, it is, but you and I are still friends, aren't we?
Mr. Cassidy, I guess you and I have got two different meanings for the word friend.
So help me, I'll go crazy.
Say, what is that thing?
Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's just a little trick thought up in my spare time.
Well, how does it work?
How's it work? Oh, kind of simple. You see, you got this box, both of them, you see, are kind of wrapped up, and the bag, but oh no, sir, I ain't giving it away. No, sirree. Why should I?
There's one of them now. Where's your partner?
Well, I don't know exactly. You're lying, you old squirrel.
Hey, don't start nothing in here.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Who's next?
What do you think you're doing in here, you little runt? I'll break your scrawny neck.
I'm starting to rear. Come on, the kid from the bar 20. No, kid, there.
Reach. Put that gun away. California. Went outside. Maybe I should remind you, gentlemen, that he's my saddle partner. And I'd get mighty upset if anything should happen to him. Nice deserted spot to keep us out of the way. The buckskin mine's a long ride from here.
Howdy, gents.
Howdy.
Welcome to the Paris Hotel. Best and finest hotel west side of Mississippi. That is, she used to be before they shut down the mines.
Oh, I see. Are you Suki Willis?
That's me.
Dan Slack told us we could bunk here.
Are you two fellas working for him?
That's right.
Yep. Step right up here and put your name in the hotel register. Oh. Where is it? Oh, here.
Too cold?
Dust. It ain't been used for the past 5 years. But I'm keeping it right here waiting. One of these days, they open up the mine again.
Ah. She's kind of dried up on you, hasn't she?
Dried up? That's funny. She was plumb full 5 years ago.
She was? Got a pencil?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Kinda looks as he would be staring right at you.
Yeah.
That there was the farthest man you have ever seen in life. Same bucktail. And he discovered the gold here 30 years ago.
Is that so?
One day, he was down in the mine, and all of a sudden he started bellowing like a crazy bull. And you ain't gonna believe me that he reached up and got a hold of the timber and tried to shake it loose. And down came the wall of the shaft. And you could hear the cave in for miles around. Poor fella. He couldn't stand seeing the mines closed down. And Sam Bucktoe is dead. Are you believing in ghosts?
I don't believe in anything I can't see. Why?
Well, 2 or 3 folks, they swear they have seen Sam Bucktoe's ghost walking across Superstition Mountains. And there's some mysterious noises way down in the shaft of the mine. I've heard it myself.
What kind of a noise?
It's hard to explain, but I would swore it was Sam Bucktoe laughing that crazy laugh of it.
Yeah?
I intercepted a wire from that new guard of yours, Cassidy. He telegraphed the marshal at Salt Lake City asking for information about it.
So, wire me all the information you can concerning character Stan Slake. Don't mention his name, as I don't want anyone to know I'm making inquiries. Cassidy. So he was trying to get me to play into his hand.
Cactus, that's a fine name he tacked onto you.
I'll fix him.
Yeah.
Thanks. Leif, you send this wire to Cassidy. Just as if it came from Salt Lake.
All right. That sure ought to fix it, Mr. Slack.
Mr. Cassidy.
Yeah?
There's a telegram for you.
For me?
I can't make head or tail of whom they are talking about.
Oh, that's too bad. Nosy?
Him?
You.
It has been 5 years since I received the last telegram. But I'd like to know what's about it.
I bet you would. Come on, we better go to work. Thanks, Suki.
Say, Hoppy.
Yeah?
What was that telegram about, huh?
I thought you read it inside.
I didn't quite finish it. Know your man well, can vouch for him, clean record, best life open book. I still don't know what it's about, Hoppy.
I didn't think so. I've got my suspicions. Tonight we'll sneak out of here and see what we can find out about it. I wouldn't try that.
What do you want?
I want a little talk with you. Get over there.
You can't tell me what to do.
This can. Get over there. Sit down.
The sheriff will be interested to hear about this.
We'll also be interested to hear about that wire mine you intercepted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? He don't know what we're talking about.
You think I ought to freshen up his memory, Hoppy?
No, I don't think it'll be necessary. Now, do you want to talk to me about that wire, or do you want to talk to the sheriff?
I ain't talking to nobody.
Unsociable, Gus, ain't he?
Yeah? Well, I guess there's only one thing we can do.
Oh, wait a minute, Hoppy. The sheriff's out of town. We can't lock him up in jail.
Oh, that's right. Well, I got a better idea.
Listen, you fellas, this ain't legal. This ain't legal.
Too bad. Now, sit right down there and make yourself comfortable. You'll be around the first thing in the morning with the sheriff.
You can't get away with this.
You're here, ain't you?
Did you lock the other door?
There it is. Good.
Like a charm. There he goes.
Don't shoot him. I want to see where he's going. Come on.
Somebody's following him, too.
Get those steers to moving faster.
That nobody, Hopper.
Nor me. Looks like he broke the cinch.
Yeah, sure does.
And then we're really after her out in that valley. Take it down here?
Well, this horse ain't open, Goat, but we can try it.
Let's go. Any of them?
No, I didn't, Hoppy. Say, look at the brand on them steers. They're wishbone stuff.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny thinks we're working again him, and we just saved him a mess of beefsteak.
We haven't saved them yet. You work the outside and I'll stay over here.
What's aiming to do?
Get them back to the wishbone.
Come on. Come on. Clyde.
I guess she don't care much for your singing.
She don't understand music.
Music? Is that what that is? Johnny.
Thinks we're the rustlers.
Better get your hands up before somebody gets hurt.
What are you doing with my cattle?
We ran into some rustlers. They got away.
Don't pay any attention to them, Johnny. They were stealing your cattle.
Looks like you're right, Bart.
We've been wasting our time with these men. If you ask me, it's about time we had a little necktie party.
No can you. I'm waiting, Hoppy. You better start planning.
I told you what happened, Johnny. There's nothing else to explain.
Ah, you heard what he said? What are you waiting for?
I'll handle this, Bart. Hoppy, maybe I'm making a big mistake, but you can keep on riding. The other way. This is my range, and I'm giving orders now for you to keep off of it.
All right, Johnny.
Don't see any sense hanging around this railroad anymore. Paying nursemaid to an iron horse.
But we've got to wait till we find out what Slack's next move is. Sit down and relax.
Thought you said relax.
Howdy, Cassidy.
Hi, Sheriff. What brings you out this way?
Understand you had a little run-in with the ranchers.
Oh, that was just a misunderstanding.
So you say. Bart Gailey found Sharon Longstreet's scrap operator dead.
Well, what are you getting at?
Dan Slack tells me he saw you following Leif out of town last night. Is that right?
Might be. Why?
Just this, Cassidy. I'm placing you and your friend here under arrest for the murder of Leif Bailey. If you don't mind, I'll take your guns.
Just a minute. I kind of like these guns.
You can't get away with this, Cassidy.
No, and you can't arrest us for murder on Dan Slack's say-so either. Now, if you don't mind, I'll take yours. Now, get on your horse and ride back to town and tell Slack it didn't work.
All right. I'll be back. And with a posse.
You better take this. You might need it.
Now what, Hoppy?
I think we'd better call on Miss Longstreet. Good evening.
How dare you come here?
Well, I know how you feel about both of us, but I wanted to talk to you.
You can talk to Sheriff Martin.
But this concerns you. It's also important to Johnny.
Well, come in.
Thank you.
Sit down over there.
First of all, I want you to know that we didn't kill your telegraph operator.
We was trailing him to the rustlers, and he was killed accidental, trying to get away from us.
That's right.
You expect me to believe that? Leif was working for me.
Well, you might have been paying him, but he was actually working for Slack.
Slack?
Yes, that's why he sent the sheriff after us. He's trying to get rid of us nice and legal. And I think Slack is ahead of these rustlers. That's one of the reasons I went to work for him. So far, I haven't been able to prove anything.
Well, if what you say is true, why haven't you told Johnny?
Well, Hoppy didn't want to get him hurt.
No, that's why I had to walk out on him.
I don't understand.
Well, it's pretty obvious that one of the ranchers is working with Slack. And whoever it is wouldn't hesitate to shoot Johnny in the back.
Whom do you suspect?
Bart Gailey.
Why do you suspect him?
Well, he's been trying to make trouble for us ever since we came here. And, for several reasons. Now, if you'll only believe what I've told you, you can help everybody.
What can I do?
And you're present at all the ranchers' meetings, aren't you?
Yes.
I want you to tell me everything they say and do, especially Bart.
You're asking me to trust you with a great deal.
But you will do it, won't you?
Yes, I'll do
Good.
it. Oh, Bobby, what on earth? Hello, Hoppy.
Hello, Sharon.
Well, I see my official courier carried out my orders.
Yeah, Bobby's getting to be quite a messenger. What did you find out?
Well, Bart Gailey has all the ranchers worked up against you. They're forming a posse to search the hills.
Pretty neat. What about Johnny?
Well, Johnny did his best to defend you, but they wouldn't listen. I think you'd better get away from this section.
Oh, I appreciate your interest, but I'm not going to get out of here until I can prove that both Slack and Gailey are thieves. I've got an idea that somebody else find them, too. Well, that's one of Slack's men.
Why, he's riding into Coffin Canyon.
Yeah.
Come on, let's follow
Wait
him.
a minute. I'll follow him. You better get back home.
But I'm not afraid.
But nevertheless, it's too dangerous.
Oh, come on.
Wait a minute, Sharon. Come on. Young lady, will you please go back home?
Hoppy, he's disappeared.
Oh, he probably rode out the other end.
But you don't understand. This is the only way you can get in or out of the canyon.
It is? Well, that's funny. Wonder what happened to him. Sharon, look. Come on.
Well, Mr. Cassidy, at least we found the Rustler's Corral.
Yeah. So far, so good. Now I want to know what happens to cattle after they leave here. Sounds like we got visitors. Maybe we better get out of here. You sure that's the only way out of here?
Yes, it is.
Look over there. You think you can make that?
Well, I'll try.
Good girl.
No, but it couldn't have been anybody else but Cassidy and his sidekick. Let's get back and tell Slack.
Sharon, I'm certainly glad you know this country.
So am I. Exciting, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
I suppose I ought to thank you for saving my life, but, well, I'm so ashamed I nearly made you lose yours. I don't know what to say.
Well, you don't need to say anything. The important thing is that we found the Rustler's Corral, thanks to you.
You want me to tell the sheriff?
No, indeed. I still want to find out what happens to those cattle after they leave the corral. I'll see that you get safely home in California, and I'll come back and do a little investigating.
All right.
so this is where they've been driving the cattle.
Yep.
Looks like they couldn't go any further if they wanted to.
That's what we're going to find out. The trail seems to lead up through here.
Yeah. Right smack into that mountain.
Better hide the horses and we'll take a look.
Yeah. Come on. I don't see no use going no further.
No? Did you notice anything funny about this brush?
No, just a lot of weeds to me.
Well, they're weeds, all right, but did you ever see cattle hair growing on them before?
Well, I'll be jiggered.
Too.
I told you it was no use. It's a blind alley.
Yeah, but here's the trail.
Doggone it, they must have sprouted wings. What? Why, she looks like a mine entrance, Hoppy.
That's what it is. Hey, wait a minute. The Buckskin Mine's on the other side of this mountain.
Yeah, I know that, but what's that got? And you think this is another entrance to Buckskin?
Must be.
Well, I'm a bow-legged dude from Arkansas. They've been hiding the cattle in the old mine shaft. No, that don't make sense, Hoppy. They gotta get them out some way. Can't drive them out the other end while the whole countryside would see them. Suppose there's another outlet somewhere?
It could be, but I doubt it.
Then what in blazes do they do with the cattle?
It's crazy, but it could be done.
What's crazy, Hoppy? Now, what could be done?
Bobby, what are you doing up here?
I was looking for you in California. Thought you might need some help.
How'd you know where to find it?
I followed your trail up into the hills. Then I lost it. Then I figured to myself you had to be somewhere, so I rode up as high as I could. Then I looked down, and I see you.
Huh. I'm sure glad he ain't Sheriff Martin.
Sheriff. Hey, I want you to deliver a message to me. Think you can do it?
Yes, sir.
Got a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Say, you're a smart young bucko.
You take that to your sister and tell her to give it to the sheriff. And hurry.
Yes, sir.
What you aiming for us to do, Hoppy?
Don't like the looks of this place, but we're going down in there.
Yeah, do you think I better wait for the sheriff to come up?
California. Come on.
Well, I just thought maybe, This place gives me the creeps. Reminds me of a tomb.
I wouldn't know. I've never been in one. Cattle trail.
Yeah. closed?
I don't know.
I'll be jiggered. Get a good look at him, Hoppy?
Yeah,
Seems to me I've seen that face before.
you have.
That picture back is with his desk. Remember?
Silky's ghost.
Yeah.
Sam Bucktoe. Why? Hello, Mr. Bucktoe. How you feeling?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Great man composed that. But he lived a life misunderstood by his fellows. But he also made a mistake. He forgot the world was filled with fools. Stupid, incompetent fools. Just like you, Slack.
Well, now, Mr. Bucktoe, that's no way to talk.
I made you the confidant of my plans, Slack. Because it suited my purposes to stay in the background. It was very simple. You were told what to do. If you'd have followed my orders, that Travers boy would have lost his ranch. Sharon Longstreet or railroad. Why, I'd be in control of the entire valley by now. I'd have plenty of money. Money to rebuild my broken life. I'd have money for power. Sam Bucktoe, governor. Senator. And then... your stupidity delayed all this, Slack.
Well, I did my best, Mr. Bucktoe.
I suppose you did, but it wasn't good enough. I told you to get rid of Cassidy and Carlson when they first came here.
Well, I was waiting my chance.
No, I'm tired of waiting. That Cassidy is smart. He'll soon be knowing everything.
He'll be taken care of, I promise you that.
That won't be necessary. I'll do the job myself. Meantime, I'm going to settle accounts with you.
What do you mean?
I'm going to kill you, Slack.
Now, you wait a minute. That man's insane.
don't understand why you don't want to join the posse, Johnny. You've got as much at stake as anybody.
Well, I still can't believe Hoppy's as bad as you fellas seem to think he is.
Johnny, read that.
What is it?
It's from Hoppy.
Look, I've discovered secret entrance to the Buckskin Mine. Tell Sheriff Martin he will find all necessary proof if he looks under the ore and Slack's cars in the station. Hoppy. What's from Hoppy?
Sure it is.
He only pretended to be working for Slack to protect you.
Well, I'll be doggone. I knew all along he wouldn't let me down.
What does he mean, Slack's ore cars?
Well, come on, we'll find out.
Yes. Well, there are the cars, Sheriff.
Cassidy, you better know what he's talking about.
Hoppy knows what he's talking about, all right. Come on.
No, you stay here, Bobby. Come on. Well, what is it, Johnny?
No wonder we couldn't trace those steers.
Yeah, they've been butchering them in the mine and shipping the beef out under the ore.
All right, Sheriff. I'd like to join your posse now.
Fine, Johnny. I'd like to have you.
Yeah. I'll be jiggered. Well, there must be hundreds of them.
Here. Look way back in here. Bucktoe's pudgy slick after all.
Yeah. There's some of Johnny's stock there, too.
Yeah, sure as wishbone.
Let's get out of here.
All right, men. You're all sworn in as deputies, so you know what to do.
Sheriff Martin, I'd like to join this posse.
I thought you was against gunplay, Brooks.
Well, I am, but circumstances alter cases, as we used to say in law school.
Consider yourself sworn in. We'll dismiss the formalities.
How about me, Sheriff? Can I go too?
I'm afraid you're a little young. All right, men, let's get to going. We're wasting time here.
You're not leaving yet.
Did you hear somebody calling?
No, you must be hearing things.
Oh, no, I heard something, all right. Come on. Hey, Blackie, you and Jim stay here. The rest of you me.
Chance getting out of here is the other end.
All right, you keep going that way. We'll cover this end.
Sounds like cattle stampede. Somebody's turned them loose. Robbie, stay where you are. Run for it. It's the cattle stampede.
How do you know there's cattle in there, Bart?
Johnny, don't go in there yet.
But I've got to find out what happened to Hoppy in California.
If you go in there now, those cattle will trump you to death. You better get him over to the ranch right away. All right, bring him along, boys.
Hoppy! Hoppy, California! Say, I didn't know you had Bobby with you.
Well, you don't think our partner'd let us down, do you?
Doggone. I think I didn't trust that young lawyer.
For a tenderfoot, he sure showed a lot of spunk. I can't understand it.
Well, Hoppy, I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you've done. What a fool I was.
Oh, that's all right, Johnny. Forget it. Well, I guess we better say goodbye.
Can I work for you if I come to Arizona?
You certainly can. That goes for you, too, Johnny.
Well, I'd ride with you right now, Hoppy, but I've got something else on my mind. Well, I think I'll have to change my plans, Hoppy. Is that job still open at the Bar 20?
Sure. You mean you're going with us?
That's right.
What about your ranch?
Well, I'll take care of that later.
All right, let's go.
Say, Bobby, would you please show me how that darn trick works?
Sure, California. The secret of the whole thing is this little slot.
The slot, huh? Uh-huh.
You drop the point of this slot into the bag. When you pull it out, the box closes automatic.
Well, ain't that simple? But you didn't give me this part, did you?
No, I didn't.
Say, give me that thing. Wait till I show it to the boys at the Bar 20. Come on, Hoppy. So long, Bobby.
So long, California.